Hello to all my wonderful subscribers, students, and disciples. This is your Master GongSun with another chapter of the Civilizing or Educating the Barbarian Sutra, known in Mandarin as the Hua Hu Jing. Today we will continue with chapter 46. Let us begin. The Tao gives birth to one. One gives birth to yin and yang. Yin and yang give birth to everything. Now forget about this. The whole is the whole. So is any part of the complete whole. Forget this too. Pain and happiness are conditions of the ego. Forget the ego. Time and space are constantly changing and in flux. They are not fixed. Supernatural beings without form extend their life force to support beings both formed and unformed. But never mind, the supernatural is just a part of nature. It is like the natural. The subtle truth emphasizes neither and includes both. All truth is in the Taiji. We must cultivate the mind, body, and spirit and balance the polarities. If everyone understood this, then there would be world peace and universal harmony. The universe is already a harmonious oneness. You must realize this. If you try to scramble in search of inner peace, then you will lose this inner peace. Now, this chapter is a bit complex, so let me break this down for you. So essentially, in the Tao Te Ching, this is what Lao Tzu says, right? The Tao gives birth to one, right? Wu Ji, remember the primordial chaos gives birth to Tai Ji. That gives rise to the yin and yang, and that yin and yang would give birth to everything. But now you have to forget about this because we are separating the whole into little components and parts, which technically we're not supposed to do that because we're all part of the complete whole. That explains the union, the oneness of all existence, not just the material physical plane, but other realms of existence as well. So, and in many ways, like this is broken down for us by Lao Tzu because he understands that we humans can't understand this very well. That's why there's yin and yang here, right? We have this because it's easier for us to understand light and darkness, pain and pleasure, happiness and sadness, right? Love and hate, but they all have the same nature. It's just two polar extremes, right? Love and hate are actually very much related. I would call them brother and sister because they have the same nature. It's just that they both have strong feelings, right? They both are strong feelings, but one is on one end of the spectrum and the other is on the other end of the spectrum, right? But it's actually the same thing. So that's why essentially we should forget about all the different breakdowns and categories and classifications because it is a part of the same thing. If you can understand this in an abstract kind of way, then we're doing okay so far. Let us continue. Let's see, where are we? This supernatural is part of the natural, which is true. I mean, the settled truth would emphasize neither and include both because they are equal. It's the same nature, right? If we can cultivate the mind, body, and spirit, then the world peace and harmony would arise. I see. If you scramble to search for inner peace, you will lose it. It's because you're scrambling. That's why. That's what Lao Tzu is saying. That's how I interpret it anyway, just through my own training and through my own logic. You shouldn't be scrambling for anything. If you scramble, you're already losing your inner peace, so why scramble? Right? And this part, I believe, is very much about doing things slowly. For example, who here has hurt or injured their leg because they were running? They were rushing to get somewhere when they really shouldn't have been, because the worst that could happen is that they're late, and who cares if they're late? Right? Better late than never. Better late than injuring your body, isn't it? Don't you agree? So don't scramble ever. Inner peace is inside us. We have to meditate calm our racing monkey brain in order to find it. All right, this has been your Master GongSun. As usual, keep living in alignment with the Tao.